kingdoms, while you return to the same handful of kingdoms a few times, they look very different depending on the circumstances. So the first time you go to the Sand Kingdom, it's the daytime, and this is what we're showing here. This is part of the floor ROM here. This is a segment from a little bit later, but you can get there if you're on the floor. And then after a little bit here, I'm going to show a bit from the nighttime version of the Sand Kingdom. And then later on, we'll do some more of that kind of shenanigan with the City Kingdom. Sorry, the Metro Kingdom.
I think that's one of the things that's really impressed me over the course of development watching this. Oh no, Mario!
Sorry.
That's okay. But watching this game come together, and it's certainly still in development, so there's a lot of stuff that the dev team's still working on. But within the kingdoms, as they built them out and continued to refine them and add more content, there are so many interesting places that you can find within each space, and certainly even over the course of E3, we're not even showing you everything that's in either one of the kingdoms that we're showing here or the Wooded Kingdom. There's so many interesting places to find, particularly off the beaten path, I think.
I should also mention that not every kingdom has a day and a night cycle, but they all do change depending on game circumstances. Right now the desert is frozen. Mario can eventually solve this problem. It won't be frozen anymore. That kind of difference.
When I was playing this, I can't be patient when I'm on these platforms and I'm doing backflips and just running around, and I get killed so many times just because I can't stand still. I got ADD or something.
Normally I'm kind of the same way, but I got humbled just now by falling, so I'm playing a little bit more safe. But not safe enough.
You're almost there.
Okay. There we go.
So one thing I want to mention for folks who are watching, our last segments we were using the Joy-Con Plus wrist straps, but in this segment we're going to be using the Pro Controller. That is fully supported, as well as any other controller option that we've got available for the Switch. So we're mixing it up a little bit here just to show you how smooth the controls feel with Pro as well.
Yeah, so this is the Moai habitat, home, logically enough, of the Moais. That's these guys.
Are awesome.
They're kind of shy.
Run away!
Also, this here is a moon fragment, or, yeah. And you need 5 of those, as you can probably tell by the little counter on the top middle of the screen, to get a power moon. But they're scattered around here. And the other thing that's significant about Moais, besides they're being extremely shy,
and having fantastic fashion sense.
Yeah, is that they are capturable, and which means mustachable. So.
Oh, that looks glorious.
Yeah. You'll notice my control prompt there is put on, take off shades. Why would I want to put on my shades, you say? It doesn't get too bright here. Moais can see invisible stuff. So that little moon fragment there that's hovering over the poison lake of awful is totally gettable. But also, having your sunglasses on makes the Moais walk slowly. So that's the reason you don't just keep them on all the time.
They're just kind of chilling out when they got the sunglasses on, like just kind of taking it easy. But it's also really cute when they're doing that really slow stroll. They have this really cute little hum that they do, where they're just kind of like moseying along.
Yeah, I don't know if you can catch that on the stream.
The audio's cute. Maybe? Let's see if we can pop the sunglasses down.
There it is.
Yeah. So it's also going to point out that there's these birds here that are hovering, or apparently hovering in midair. But of course, the Moai can see that they're on this thing. And there's some collectible coins over there, but the Moai can't jump. So if you want to get them, the birds are giving you a hint of what's going on there. But you have to be brave and trust your analog stick skills to rock in a relatively straight path. Yes, okay.
Wow, you did it the hard way.
What's the easy way?
Turn the camera, right? And then just go straight forward.
I suppose. If you want to take all the sport out of it.
And actually, just coming back to those birds, one thing that's worth keeping in mind in this game, birds seem to know what's up. If you're not sure where to find maybe that next moon that you need, keep an eye out for birds and see what they're getting up to.
Yeah, you can see the shadow of a bird up there, and experience tells me, oh, look, it's glowy.
He does look a little unusual for a bird.
Yeah, pay attention to birds. There's several kinds in this game, and they are all meaningful. Except maybe pigeons. I'm not sure they do anything.
I think they just make the world a better place by just being there and bouncing around.
They might just be decorative, but they're pretty cool. Yeah. So looking around for more bits of moon fragment.
Oh yeah, we've got Bowser's footprints there as well.
Yeah, Cappy is, if you haven't seen our earlier segments, then that's Cappy, who is your actual hat in his native form of a white top hat. These birds seem to be reminding me, oh, there's a moon fragment up here. And then let's head over to this conspicuous elevator spot here.
So
Remember that? Sorry?
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to remember, Moai can't jump, so they need these elevator things. And look, birds hovering. Yep.
So just as a quick recap for folks who are maybe coming to us a little bit later on over the E3 process here and not sure what Odyssey is all about, this is a Mario game that's really in the spirit of Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. So we're coming back to this kind of sandbox style of Mario engineering where we've got these really fascinating spaces that are really densely packed with content that you want to surprise yourself by tracking down new things, experimenting. And if you're interested actually in the background of that kind of sandbox Mario-style content, we actually just put up a post on the Nintendo Treehouse Tumblr. Bill Trinan talking about this concept, hakoniwa, in Japanese, this kind of walled garden concept that came about with bonsai. And it's a really interesting way to understand how the developers are really thinking about the sandbox space that they're building.
Yeah. So I just got the last of the moon fragments, which caused a power moon to appear. And now I'm going to abandon this guy up here where he will never, ever escape.
How's he get down?
He doesn't.
He might have a family down there, man.
And I'm just going to be heartless about it.
I'm
He's
sorry,
cool.
buddy.
He's put on his shades. He's chill.
We won't forget you and your sacrifice.
I will.
Oh, dude. You got to remember these capture targets.
And I
Another
like
one here.
the same rules still apply, even if Mario didn't capture them. They still move in the same way, where the shades makes them move slow, and then they have to take them off to run away.
It looks surprised with his little shades up there.
It is interesting for a giant creature made of stone that they are as bashful as they are.
They are,
Pretty sure they could just walk across you and deal with you if they had a problem with you.
So that was where that was the daytime segment I was going to show you. Now I'm going to switch over to the nighttime segment.
So this again is another point, and we can't really talk about where we are in the story, but a different spot.
Yeah.
Right. What I really liked about the desert here is, I'm not sure if this was the intention or not, but there's a lot of throwbacks to Super Mario Land for me. I saw the Moai, and that's in the original desert type levels of that game. And we're going to see something else in this upcoming segment too that I think might remind people of a certain boss in that game.
So here we are in Toasted Arena at night. It is, of course, cold because it's still frozen. Like I said, Mario can fix that later, but
whoa! And
the undead haunt these lands.
So these little guys are chinchos, and they make the desert sand situation much more challenging because they keep springing out, particularly when you're in wide open spaces, and they will just keep gathering. You have to be very careful to keep an eye on your surroundings because you can have a whole bunch of those guys sneak up behind you if you're in the middle of something else. You won't even realize they're there.
And there's an infinite supply of them. There is no way to deal with them so you can explore in safety. So I also wanted to highlight a few of the fast travel options. So because the worlds are huge, you have to be able to get around quickly. One thing, if you've activated checkpoint flag, as Cappy helpfully explains, you can go straight to it. This map, I haven't done much in this particular map, but I also wanted to point out the sort of travel brochure thing we're doing here. There's little articles about highlights of the areas, done exactly like it was the sort of travel map you might get at the hotel lobby.
And if you peruse that text, there might be some hints in there as well.
There are, yeah.
It's worth reading the brochure.
Yep, it is. So this is a Jaxi, and I think this is what Matt was alluding to.
Right, yeah, this is it.
I love his voice.
Yes. So Jaxis are a very fast way to travel and not entirely relaxing.
Exhilarating.
Yeah, let's go with exhilarating.
Yes. Giddy up.
So they are very fast.
And they can just plow through the chinchos, which is nice. But they're okay. You can, as the button tells you, you can brake. They're immune to the poison. You can brake, but you can't brake for very long. So you basically just use it to make quick corrections.
I wonder if you can swing the camera around to show when he brakes, because his animation when he brakes is really cute.
Yeah.
Why are you making me go slow?
And Mario just barely holding on.
Yeah, his facial expression when he's riding the Jaxi is pretty priceless.
Yeah.
And these little spots that we'll see here with the bench and the little signpost, those are actually Jaxi stands.
Yeah.
So if you need to call back your Jaxi, that's a convenient way to do it.
Yeah, if I go into this building and come out, the Jaxi won't be there anymore, but I could summon him again at the Jaxi stand.
And it's honestly really fun to just like whip around this kingdom on the Jaxi.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun, but be careful about edges and cliffs.
There's also one Jaxi-specific sublevel that I am probably not going to attempt today because I'm terrible at it. But you'd have to have really good like Jaxi steering controls.
Yeah, I think if you thought that whole penguin slide in 64 was hard, wait till you try the Jaxi maze. It is not for the faint of heart.
All right, so here's bullet bills. Got to capture those. As we mentioned earlier, bullet bills are one of the capture targets you can't hold on for very long because they do tend to explode.
And they have this nice little headlight up front, which is really nice when you're trying to do this precision steering in a space like this. So you can kind of line up your positioning, and then maybe you want to give yourself a speed boost. You can do that and feel confident about where you're heading.
Yeah. All right, so now there's another cannon over here. Basically, every time you see a platform in this particular area, you want to trade out your bullet bill because you need a fresh one. And I decided to be a daredevil and grab this, and conveniently my enemies destroyed each other.
But you really do want to grab all these coins.
Yeah.
Another little bit of recap. So we've got 2 different kinds of currency in this game. We've got the gold coins, traditional Mario coins, which you can collect in any of the kingdoms, and you can spend those in any of the kingdoms as well at the Crazy Cap shop. But then those purple coins are the regional currency, and you can only collect those and spend those in the kingdom that they're from.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good stuff.
Dang it.
Oh, Mario, no.
I got confused about left and right there for a sec.
I was about to say, like, Motokuro-san yesterday talked about the reasoning behind that, and me going to foreign countries myself and dealing with different currencies depending on where I'm at, I thought really made sense, and I thought it was a really cool touch.
Yeah, I remember I was in Japan for the first time, and I was completely like, I don't know what to do with any of this money. Like, is this the correct? I just gave bills every time, and I collected this huge amass of coins that I didn't know what to do with anymore because I didn't know what they were worth.
Yeah, I know when you always felt kind of guilty going to a new place and you're just holding out your money like, this some of this is the right? which ones do you need?
And here, money is upside down triangles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool stuff you can buy with the currencies. So different outfits for Mario is certainly part of it. There are the souvenirs that you can use to decorate the outside of your Odyssey, and also you can decorate the inside. And some other goodies in those stores as well. So it's worth hitting every Crazy Cap you find just to see what they've got in stock.
Yeah. It also occurred to me just as you said that, Matt, that the money here is upside down. Maybe this isn't fated to be.
That's all right.
The money here is upside down triangles,
We'll get
and
this.
it's probably a reference to the inverted pyramid, which is one of the big local scenes. I'm going to try this one more time, and then we'll just move on to the city material I had planned.
I believe in you. You got this.
Thank you. Thank you. And
I believe in your next
faith in
attempt.
me was
No.
misplaced.
I believe in your next attempt. Maybe we'll skip those coins and go for the wider one.
All right, there's a slightly wider door there. Let's try that, and then I'll give up. All right.
One other thing that I know Motokuro-san mentioned earlier on 83 as well, I don't know if it came up in the stream, but just through a conversation earlier, is the fact that in this kingdom in particular, a lot of it was inspired by his own trip to Mexico and how much he loved it there. And the architecture and the aesthetic there. And I think the development team has actually drawn a lot over personal travel that a lot of them have done into different places.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was not on the stream because I didn't hear that. That's neat.
It's a bit of a love letter to their experiences traveling.
Another thing I love.
Come on, Buttermilk.
It's a lot like driving a car without brakes.
Well, yeah, and it's a lot like
You got it. You're good.
shooter games on
There we go.
The arcade era or 8-bit era where you had like overhead view.
Yeah, yeah.
So I love how this game has the 3D adventure. It has like the 2D platforming with Mario, and it also has like these little just nods to different genres. It's all in the same game. It's so great.
Yeah, it's fun as you see the surprises that come up as you're going through these spaces too, where you never really know what to expect, even when you go through a warp pipe.
Right.
And
yeah.
it could really be anything, and it could be something very strange or very unusual that you hit there. But I don't know, it makes you want to explore. I mean, you could just like race through and finish the game and save Peach, but you know, she's hopefully okay to wait a little minute while
she's done this before.
do some traveling.
She's good.
Got to enjoy your trip, right?
Oh, and Pauline there, of course. So Mayor Pauline.
Mayor Pauline, yes. So here we are back in the Metro Kingdom, and it's daytime, which is where the floor demo gets you. And we're going to use some regional coins here because there is a level that you can only get to if you have a certain outfit. So I'm going to grab all my regional coins that I can find.
And there's actually a really interesting little audio cue over there a little further. I wonder if we can go back and hear
Oh,
that.
back over this way?
A little bit further back the way you came, but that's actually a little audio cue that tells you a moon is nearby.
Little sparkly
I don't know if
sound.
we want to go hunt it out now, but
Yeah.
it's worth keeping an ear out if you happen to be here at E3 and you're playing the demo.
Yeah.
If you start hearing this little noise,
Oh,
I think
I
I
see
saw
right
something
there.
kind of
Yeah.
spinning around there, yeah. Yeah, it pays to play this game with headphones. All right, so here I am turning myself into electricity to travel by wires, as everyone does in the city. And let's see, here's a couple of regional coins. And I believe that's actually a portrait of Mayor Pauline on the coins,
Right.
which is cool.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's a very beloved civic servant.
Yeah,
When you talk to
everyone's-
folks here, a lot of folks in New Donk City have lovely things to say about Mayor Pauline. And yeah, she seems like she's doing a great job running the city.
Yeah.
Right.
There's one lady who wants to talk about how much she loves her hat because it's just like Mayor Pauline's hat.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice. Inspiring fashion,
She
trend
is.
setting. But I like that there's so many little nods to Donkey Kong in this space that you got to think, okay, Pauline, like they're on good terms now.
Yeah. Oh, and I was mentioning fast travel options here. Another one, of course, is the motor scooter,
This is cute.
which is certainly the most stylish way for Mario to get around town.
And actually a really nice execution of HD Rumble as well. Unfortunately, we can't really
Yeah.
communicate that clearly to folks who are watching, but it actually feels like you're riding a scooter. You feel that rumble in your hands as if you were holding onto the handlebars.
Yeah. It's pretty lovely.
Mario, not the best driver.
No.
He also does not approve of pylons.
His practice is all in
You
driving
see the
bullet
little rat
bills.
there?
Yeah, there's rats here in this otherwise fantasy city, which is very strange to me. Oh, I know where there's some regional coins. Let's go over here and become one of these guys for no really good reason except that it's super fun.
Oh, actually, while we're nearby, should we maybe pop by to show folks why you're collecting these coins?
Oh, the crazy cap?
Because we have a purpose.
Well, I will show them when we get the outfit.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll figure it out. They're
There's
smart.
Pauline.
Yeah, so Pauline, as we mentioned at this point, in our first segment, we talked about how the actual story objective here is for her, help her collect up a bunch of musicians. And I guess I have choices. There's lots of collectible coins all over the place. And I've over-prepared, and I know where they all are now.
Ooh,
Actually,
bass
not even
player.
remotely all of them.
Nice.
All right, so I needed 15. I've got 15.
Get one more for good measure.
One more for good measure. That way I can tip the guy. All right. Zoom. Oh, that was another new move there.
Right.
The sort of power tackle. I can't remember what it's called right now.
And you can go into a roll after that, right?
Well, yes, you can.
Yeah, this is my favorite new move. I love that.
Yeah, the roll is fantastic.
Yeah.
It will quickly become your favorite way of getting from A to B. All right, so Crazy Cap stores, all of them are divided into two. There's the place where you spend your yellow coins and the place where you spend your purple coins.
And this is actually the original location, so
Oh,
this is, I think, the flagship store.
exclusive.
Okay, yes. All right. So yeah, this builder helmet might look familiar to people who have enjoyed other Mario games.
Yes, sir. That outfit is off the chain chomp.
Wow.
Oh my god, I love that.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh my goodness. That's got to catch on.
All right. So now I am fashionably dressed.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah.
So as we showed in our earlier
Ow.
segments, there are some spots that you have to meet a certain dress code expectation
Yeah.
to get through.
Yeah. And climbing and rolling. And this guy. Hi, this guy. He's a simple little man.
I do like the fact that he has no concern at all that you were like running and rolling and bounding over to him, as you would expect a building inspector to do as they're on their way to work.
So this is what building inspectors in New Donk City do. They check out the electrical wires for fuzzies, I guess.
Oh, fuzzies.
Oh, and these guys, I can't remember what they're called right now, but they're bad. Oh, no, no, dang it. Okay. So this treasure chest is filled with coins. A fair number of coins.
A lot of coins.
Yeah.
A lot of coins.
Nice.
Wow.
They just keep coming. Yay.
Coins, of course, are also how you come back from losing a life. So you definitely want to have as many coins as possible at your disposal.
And there's also some really cool stuff that's available in the yellow Crazy Cat stores, especially in the late game. They start adding more products later on, and some of those are super fun. All right, so I have to be careful now. I'm down to my last part. All right, zoom up here, and then over here, and then back down here, and zoom. A lot of zooming. It is cool to be electricity. All right, and then over here,
All right.
we've got moon fragments. And gotta, of course, watch that timing.
Yeah.
Super carefully.
Almost. What?
Oh, that was too
There's
much.
one more down the
There's
corner
one more
there.
down there. All right.
You
Not
got one
too
hit
late.
left. It's the moment of truth.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, dude, good job. Nice.
Nice.
All right, that made the heart go, or the moon go. Thinking about hearts because I'm down to one.
Well, in the good news column, that moon will recharge you once you grab it.
Yes,
So
that is
get your
indeed
health back.
good news. And just, yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Okay.
And I think you've got one more spot to show
Yeah,
us,
one more spot. I was going to switch to the
Awesome.
nighttime version of New Donk City.
Which is considerably more perilous.
Yes, you actually, when you first arrive in New Donk City, it is nighttime, and it is a grim and gritty environment. It's let's see here.
And this as well, content that's not available on the show floor.
Yeah.
Here at E3, we've got the Sand Kingdom and the Natural Kingdom in the daytime. So this nighttime content is exclusive for folks who are watching our stream. So thank you for watching, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the city at night because it's so different than the city during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very moody.
And maybe people are thinking, oh, maybe it's the club scene, or maybe just the bad people are out. But
No.
you'll get a good idea of.
It's grosser.
Yeah.
No worries, we'll be able to hop in here in a second and take a look.
Yeah. All right. So let's see.
And again, of course, this is only a small slice of what each of these kingdoms has to offer as
Yeah,
well. So I hope folks
they're
are
all
looking forward to exploring them for themselves.
Huge and convoluted and filled with secrets. All right.
All right.
All right. Here we go. We can go and bring the feed up again. So way up there at the top of the building. All right, so this is a THL specific ROM that is already activated the checkpoint flag. And I'm going to hop inside here for a minute because I want to show you both these super gross urban sting bees. You may remember sting bees from, I believe it was Mario 64. They were sort of cute conical bees. These are
guys are
much,
not so
much
cute.
grosser.
Yeah, their little maggoty form creeps me out.
Yeah. But also I wanted this thing. So the life up heart is the only sort of traditional power up in the game, but with so many things you can capture, it's the only one you need.
I also
There's
love
so many different ways you can get powers in this game.
The fact that Bowser is just advertising his wedding by postering all over all of these kingdoms
Yeah.
is it's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
And he paid someone to put a lot of them up, but not well enough to put them up right. They're all peeling off.
Yeah. It feels very Bowser. So I love the rain, and like some of it collects on the screen, as you can probably see, which is super cool.
Yeah, they've
All
really
right.
done a fantastic job with the water effects.
Yeah. And yeah, New Donk City is kind of eerie in its rainy darkness.
And you can hear a lot of sirens in the background. There's obviously a lot of bad stuff going on in the city right now.
First responders have their hands filled because there's a giant robot caterpillar on the building.
I think you can deal with that, though. You can just take care of this little problem for them.
Yeah. So yes, this is Mecha Wiggler.
I would say this is my absolute favorite iteration of this enemy.
Yeah.
So good.
He's one of the scarier things that's been in a Mario game. But I will tell you, he is the second scariest boss to me in this game. We're not going to show you the other one yet.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that after stream, because I want to know who your
Yeah.
number one baddie is.
Yeah.
Like when he lands, he gets those little jitters up his legs.
So I need to grab a Sherm. That's what these tank guys are called. and quickly blow up the other one so I don't have to deal with him. And then I need to not get shot and turn out all the lights on the Mecha Wiggler. Okay, good, good, good.
Nice.
He grows.
Yay, all right. So now he gets mad, as Wigglers are wont to do.
And one of the big challenges, I think, with the Sherms, they're incredibly powerful, but also slow to move. I mean, they're tanks, so they're not going to turn on a dime. They're not going to be incredibly fast, so you have to be very mindful of your movement whenever you've got a Sherm.
Oh,
Wow,
ooh, that
nice
was close.
dodge.
Thanks. Dodging as a tank is a skill.
You can't really strafe a tank.
Yeah.
I also like how the Wiggler changed colors when he got really angry and started moving fast, just like you would expect.
Just like you expect,
Yeah.
Someone engineered that exact behavior for some insane reason.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and you can actually shoot these big old energy ball things out of. If you can't dodge them, and shoot things instead.
Oh, wow. Nice shooting.
Thanks. That is the upper limit of where my turret can fire. Okay, I'll have to.
This guy definitely makes you miss the traditional cuddly Wiggler, doesn't it?
It really does. My son has a plush one of those, and it's super fun.
Oh, good luck now.
Oh, wow.
There will never be a plush of this thing.
Oh, down to regular
Okay.
health.
Oh, nice. One more.
Oh no!
Oh.
Missed it. Oh, and I'm down to 2.
Hopefully one of those has a heart in it soon.
Yeah, some of them have hearts. I'm used to having a little more gyroscopic aiming from the separated Joy-Cons, and I'm missing it.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Nice.
All right.
It's so hard too when you're fighting this boss and you have to trundle your way slowly toward a power up. Like, please don't kill me, don't kill me.
Yeah!
All right.
Dude,
There we
nicely
go.
done.
Thank you. Whew. And we got our Grand Moon. Woo!
So that was our Mecha Wiggler, and thank you so much for swinging by and showing us a bit more game content.
Yeah.
Folks who are watching, please stay tuned. We're going to have another segment coming up in a few short minutes. It's going to be Metopia, so get ready to check out some very strange adventuring. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Spin the wheel.